Alright, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-through. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We're almost to spring break. This drive-through is brought to you by the deli. Going on spring break? Bring yourself a bunch of sandwiches provided for you by the deli. Pack them in a cooler. Maybe just some peanut butter and jellies, if that'll do. Alright, so how do we find the length of an arc? What if I gave you a circle that was big and a circle that wasn't as big, and I said, which arc is bigger, the blue arc or the green arc? Well, first of all, bigger is not a good term to use, because are we talking bigger in degrees or bigger in inches? So that would not be the best unit to use. So what if I said, which arc is longer, the blue one or the green one? Well, hopefully, you done, Max? You got a question? So, what determines the length of an arc? There's two things. How big is the radius? Notice that that radius is bigger than this radius. And also, how many degrees is the arc? So how big is it in measure? So, in order to find the length of an arc, you got to take the degree of the arc and put it over 360. This tells you what fraction of the circle it is. So if the arc was 180 degrees, what kind of arc would it be? A semicircle, and the circumference would be twice as long as the length, so it would be half. So what we do is we take our arc, we divide it by 360, and we multiply by the circumference. You may also see it as arc over 360 times 2 pi r. Those are the same things. Okay? So that is our equation for arc length. Let's do a couple examples. Which is bigger, a 50-degree arc of a 50-meter radial circle, or a 300-degree arc of a 15? Well, the only way we can compare these things is if we get them in the same units. So let's figure them out in meters. Here, we've got a 50-degree arc. So I use the central angle of 50 to describe this arc. That is 50 degrees, okay? So in part A, I'll say 50 3/60ths of, and let's see, this is a 50 meter, so times pi d, so times 100 pi. You get 500 over 36 pi, which simplifies to, oh gosh, let's just write it as a decimal. $500 divided by 36. It's 13.8 repeating pi, which is not the best way to write it, but we're not asking for the answer, we're just asking for which one is longer. For part B, we will do 300 over 360 times pi d, and in this one d is 30. So that is, oh, let's see, 900 pi over 36. Which equals 25 pi. So, the 300-degree arc is bigger. That is the bigger arc. Okay? Let's try another one. The clock in our room has a second hand that is 6 inches long. How fast in miles per hour is the tip of that second hand traveling in miles per hour? This is the hardest question in the world. It's redundant. That was just a joke. No one else cares? Okay. We're seeing if this is more than 1 mile per hour. That's the room's guess right now. So let's Widmopoy this. We have a 6-inch radius, and it's traveling how far? So it's traveling pi times 12 inches. And since we're trying to get it in miles per hour, we're going to write this in decimal like it's a science question. So 12 times pi is about 37.699. Let's call that 37.70 inches per minute. Now we want miles per hour. So here's a little trick on how to do this. 37.7 inches in 1 minute. Well, I know how many feet there are in a mile. There are in 1 foot, I know there are 12 inches. So that's still a single unit. 1 foot divided by 12 inches still equals 1. Well, I want miles. So I know that in 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. That's also equals 1, so I can cancel those. Now we're in miles per minute, but I want miles per hour. So I'm going to multiply by another form of 1. And now I want to get rid of minutes. So I want 60 minutes in 1 hour. And now our minutes are gone from here to there. So this is how you translate inches per minute to miles per hour. Okay, you just multiply across the top. So 37.7 times 60 is 2,262 about. And that's going to be, again, what do we have left? Miles in, we go 1 times 12 times 5280. And that's going to be 63,360 hours. So it's certainly not even close to being a mile per hour. 2262 divided by 63.360 equals, no, not point, times 1,000. Oh gosh, 2262 divided by 63360. It is about 0.0357 or 36 miles per hour. Next year in Algebra 2, you will focus on radians per second, which is a better way to describe circular speed, also known as angular speed. Can I get a 6 bell? Boom!